Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about right now is, you know that old saying, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Yeah, the Glock lawsuit got dropped by Everytown, and then 2 days later, they came back and refiled it with even more ridiculousness. We're about to cover that right now. Everything is being linked in the description box below. I can't wait to hear what you guys think, and of course, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on because we have got some freedom to distribute to the next generation. I'd love your help in consideration in doing just that. And the content that we're going to talk about today is sponsored by an innovation by a company called Caliky. All right, this looks like something that you guys are used to seeing. This is a drop-in solution that makes every AR a bolt gun. You can now hunt with it in some states. It gets around every bit of infringement that you're used to dealing with in 13 of our 50 states. And the best part is the entire project is meant to fund the Second Amendment Foundation to destroy the very reason for this project. This right here is an amazing application for training, for hunting, for accuracy. Check it out. It's called Caliky. And with that said, let's jump into this because, you know, too much of a good thing can be bad for you, I guess. Because the gun rights group is real pissed because the Glocks, they're getting sued again because they dropped it and then they basically made it worse. All right, let's dive into this because this is so dumb. All right. Chicago's expanded lawsuit against Glock is misguided, gun rights group. As you can see, the date is from July 25th. Now, this came out this morning off of a refiling, which happened yesterday, off of the original dismissal or withdrawal 3 days or 2 days ago. So it's literally like withdraw, new one, article, just so you know the timeline, okay? So they're back at it because, you know, they never really provided a reason as to why they did. Let me show you a few of the things here from this article because I think this might sum it up a little bit. Separately, excuse me, yeah, that's a weird way to start that sentence. Separately, earlier this year, the city of Chicago used the state law to sue Glock, alleging the company makes semi-automatic handguns that can be made full auto with aftermarket parts that Glock does not manufacture. The city dropped its initial lawsuit but filed an expanded one on Tuesday. So the premise hasn't changed. They're still suing Glock for what criminals do. What? Can't wait for them to start suing car manufacturers for people speeding. It's so idiotic. The expanded lawsuit includes Glock, Glock's parent company in Austria, and several firearms retailers. They acknowledge the so-called AutoSear or Glock switch is not manufactured by Glock. So in the lawsuit itself, not only is it going after the manufacturers for something that people did aftermarket, they also openly admit in this new lawsuit that Glock doesn't make those aftermarket parts. What's the problem? Oh, we're going to get to it because, again, these people are just using the city of Chicago, Everytown for gun safety, because they're the ones doing this, as a patsy to get all of their lawsuit done, or lawfare done. That's exactly what's happening. Let me continue. Got a couple more things. Remember that Caliky thing I showed you earlier? This is what it funds. Second Amendment Foundation's Alan Gottlieb said the city's lawsuit is misguided and could be unconstitutional. Could be. Quote, if somebody alters the Glock and makes it an illegal gun, they should be going after the criminal who did it. Understand where we are in our country right now. That's actually what's happening. Criminals do something to a manufactured product and they're suing the manufacturer, not imprisoning the criminal. And of course, Chicago has a great track record of not prosecuting criminals who misuse firearms. Gottlieb told the Center Square Wednesday, and that's where the problem lies. And going after the industry is only being done because they want to put manufacturers out of business. That's exactly what this is. They are genuinely going down a road trying to destroy a legal organization and a legal manufacturer in this country because they want a scalp to get rid of Glocks, all because criminals manufacture something and then install something on a product which Glock had nothing to do with. That's where we're at. Now, I'm going to show you a few of the things because they're going down the road of, well, there's lots of gun violence in Chicago and a gun-free zone, so therefore it's the manufacturer's fault. It's almost more laughable than the Mexico lawsuit. But anyway, let's continue. I want to show you what the lawsuit's alleging. This is the new one, not the old one. This is the new one. Amid the 3-count lawsuit alleging unreasonable sale, manufacturing, and or marketing of firearms, that's how you know Everytown gun safety is involved, unfair practices and deceptive practices, the city is seeking the court to block Glock and other defendants from selling their firearms to non-law enforcement Chicago residents. They also want court order controls over the companies and fines and costs of investigating and filing the lawsuit. They are literally trying to ban Glocks in Chicago. If it works in Chicago, they're going to do it in every major city that's controlled by Democrats. They want them to pay for the lawsuit and the investigatory expenses of the lawsuit, all of which is based around ignoring criminal activity and blaming a manufacturer. The whole shoot for the moon, you might land among the stars, kind of applicable here, because that's what they're doing. These people are quite literally suing a manufacturer for something that criminals have done. I believe that's the end of it. Yeah, that's the end of that. So where we're at now is 3 or 4 days ago, they dropped the Glock lawsuit, which we covered on this channel. Then they put in a brand new one 2 days later. And this time it's the exact same flavor, only with a few more retailers added in and blaming the fact that Glock is the one that does all this, even though in the very same lawsuit they admit that Glock does not do it, even though Glock intended to do it, but he didn't intend to do it. It is literally the most cyclical, stupid stuff you could possibly imagine. But I have to tell you and keep you updated on that because this is where we're at right now. And I cannot wait to see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.